Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to another reminder. This one is a little bit longer, so I'll be sharing the part that I want to share with you guys, but do keep in mind that this one is a little bit longer, so there are some other things that go into it. So this reminder in particular talks about the Day of Judgment, and there is a hadith that was narrated by Ibn Umar, and the hadith in the beginning just kind of discusses how the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, was informing us on what the Day of Judgment would be like, how we would be naked, how we would be barefooted, and it was a little bit of a conversation between him and Aisha. May Allah be pleased with her. There's a part of the hadith that goes on to say, they will stand there for 40 years without eating or drinking. The sweat of some of them will reach up to their feet, and for some it will reach up to their knees, and for some it will reach up to their bellies, and for some it will reach up to their heads, so they cannot speak. Then Allah shows His mercy to His slaves, so He orders an angel to call with a voice that all mankind and jinn will hear. It'll say, where is so-and-so? The person will be brought out, the resurrection area, and the people recognize him. When he stands before Allah, exalted is He, it will be said to him, where are those who were wronged by him? Then it will be said to him, have you wronged so-and-so with such and such on such and such dates? He replies affirmatively. Then some of his good deeds will be taken away from him and given to those he wronged. This will happen on the day when no dirham shall be of any benefit or used. Rather, compensating the wronged happens by taking from the good deeds of he who wronged others and adding bad deeds to the record of he who wronged others. The process of compensating those who are wronged continues until everyone is compensated. Then no one will ever think he will survive after seeing that spirit of the questioning. The reason why I share this one in particular is because we often don't take into account that what we do in our day-to-day lives, and especially the wrong that we might do to others, as a consequence. And of course, reminder from me first before anybody, because I think we are all guilty of some level of wrong to somebody. It's very difficult for us to kind of point the blame, because when it comes to talking about wrong and receiving compensation for being wronged, everyone is on the front of the line to receive their compensation. But we have to remember that you can jump to the front of the line right now to receive your compensation, but someone will also be compensated from you. So when we're very quick to be like, you know what, I'm not going to forgive this person, I'm going to be compensated by this person on the Day of Judgment, that's your decision, right? Forgiving is a good thing. But at the end of the day, if this is a decision that you've made that you don't want to forgive and you want compensation on the Day of Judgment, then okay, then that's that. But don't forget that you might have done wrong to somebody and you might be having to compensate too. Because we love to take, but when it comes time to give, things become a little bit tighter. And so the thing that I always like to think about is, would you give somebody, your valuable possessions just now, just for the sake of it? Like, let's say you got into an argument with somebody and whoever you wronged is like, well, the only way I'll be compensated is if you give me, this very valuable possession that you have. You're like, no, I'm not going to give it to you. Your good deeds on the Day of Judgment, and of course the entirety of your life, is basically far more valuable than any possession you can have. These deeds and these things that you do are what is going to help you in the next life. There's nothing more valuable in this life or the next than these deeds. And of course, if you were to give somebody something in this life, that most likely, one way or another, you could probably get something back, right? Like if you gave someone a lot of money, that might suck in the moment, but life, the world spins and eventually you'll get more money. Things will happen. You'll work more and you'll get more money. But on that day, there's no concept of I gave my good deeds, I'm going to go get some more. Or I'm going to do something right now to get more good deeds. Right now is the time of acting. The Akhirat is the time of seeing the fruits of your action, good or bad. So my reminder here is to be a lot more hesitant with what you say and what you do. There was one reminder in this book that discussed how sometimes you don't know what you could say or what you can do that could actually end you up in hell. And that is that one little thing that you probably undermined that you didn't really think much about, or you didn't think you'd get punished for, and you don't know how that can harm you. So I'm not trying to make you worried or, scared or overly cautious. I'm just saying that especially when dealing with people, you have to be a little bit mindful of that. While we discuss this reminder, I want to tie this in with another reminder, which says the day when a person runs away from his father. Now, this is also a very, very, very heavy reminder. And the reason why I'm putting these two reminders in one episode is because they're kind of interlinked together. And I would really pay attention for this one because this one's kind of scary. So it was narrated that on the day of judgment, all the slaves of Allah, males and females, will be gathered. Then it will be said out loud, "This is so-and-so, the son of so-and-so. Whoever has been wronged by this person, let him step forward to claim his right from him." From which the women will become happy to claim her rights from their sons or their brothers. Then Allah pardon his slave for whatever he wills from their shortcomings to him, which he will overlook. But he never pardoned his slave for the rights of people that he, the slave, overlooked and did not fulfill. When this person is made available for others, Allah the Most High says to the people, "Come and restore your rights." So this person, the slave in question, says, "O Lord, worldly life has perished, so how can I restore their rights?" Allah says to his angels, "Compensate the people by taking from his good deeds and give to the people from his good deeds what is equivalent of their due right." If this person was righteous and was only left with an atom of good deed, then Allah will multiply it until they reach the level that allows him, the slave in question, to enter paradise. However, if he was a wrongdoer, not only all his good deeds will perish, but also many people will still be there claiming their due rights. Then Allah says, "Take from the bad deeds of these people and add them to his record of bad deeds, then throw him in hell." Like I said, this one was definitely heavy. And like I said, they kind of interlink. And I wanted to share this one to kind of give you more of an idea with what I mentioned earlier. It's really hard to come full in every area of your life. But again, reminded me first before anybody, try your absolute best to fulfill people's rights. At least try your best to make that good intention to do it. And if you're someone who's worried now that I haven't fulfilled people's rights for years, do keep in mind that at the end we mentioned how if this is someone who does good, Allah allows that one atom of good deed to be multiplied. Now, of course, in general, you shouldn't rely on there being this one atom and it gets multiplied. If you are someone who's striving for goodness, then please do keep in mind people's rights, because a lot of times we get consumed with quantity and how much Quran we should read and how much dhikr we should do and how often am I going to wake up for night prayer, that we forget that there are some basic everyday things with the interactions with people, with those that live around us, those simple rights that we tend to forget at times, and those are not simple, but the rights that we at times tend to forget, and those things are sometimes right in front of our eyes and we completely neglect them, ignore them, or we overlook them unintentionally. So inshallah, this reminder can help you be a little bit more careful with the people around you and with dealing with their rights and who they are and what should be done. It's great to do good deeds. It's great to do voluntary acts. But sometimes the biggest things that can benefit us are the things that are right in front of our eyes. Right in front of our eyes, our family, the loved ones that we have, the people that, we have rights to give to. So do keep that in mind. I hope you guys like this reminder. Take care of yourself. Assalamu alaikum.